In South Korea, the journey of a child's education begins long before they step into a formal classroom, long before they hold a pencil, and long before they learn to read or write. The foundation of Korean education is built during the earliest years of life, at an age when children are just beginning to understand the world around them. At the age of 3, most children enter preschool, known locally as kindergarten, and these early years are considered some of the most important phases in the entire education system. Parents and educators in South Korea deeply believe that a child's habits, manners, discipline, and character are shaped long before academic pressure begins. And this belief forms the backbone of their world-famous education model. When Korean children enter preschool at age 3, they are welcomed into an environment that is filled with warmth, structure, play, and gentle discipline. Teachers do not simply focus on teaching letters or numbers. Instead, they work carefully on building the child's overall personality. Play is not just a form of entertainment in Korean preschools. It is a powerful educational tool. Through structured and unstructured play, children learn skills that will guide them for the rest of their lives. While playing in groups, they learn how to wait for their turn, how to stand in a queue patiently, and how to share toys or materials with others. These small lessons may appear simple, but they teach children patience, respect for others, and harmonious behavior in a group setting. Children also learn how to speak politely, how to respond to others with kindness, and how to handle small responsibilities on their own. One of the remarkable aspects of Korean preschool education is the emphasis on self-reliance. Teachers encourage children to do small tasks independently, such as arranging their bags, cleaning their own space, putting books back in their place, or helping organize classroom materials. This not only builds confidence but also develops the habit of taking ownership of their actions. Maintaining cleanliness is also taught from the earliest stage. Children wipe tables, clean up after games, and help keep their surroundings tidy. Through these habits, they learn discipline, orderliness, and the importance of contributing to the community around them. Another crucial part of early education in Korea is emotional development. Teachers give individual attention to every child, observing their behavior closely and guiding them gently when needed. If a child makes a mistake, they are taught to acknowledge it without fear. This builds honesty and responsibility. If a child feels shy or insecure, teachers help them express themselves with confidence. The goal is not only to make children academically ready, but socially and emotionally mature. Teachers spend time teaching children how to communicate clearly, how to listen to others, how to express their feelings in a healthy way, and how to interact respectfully with their classmates and adults. The preschool environment in South Korea is a balance of freedom and structure. Children are allowed to explore, create, experiment, and enjoy their day, but within clear boundaries that help them understand discipline. Outdoor play, art, songs, dance, storytelling, and group activities are major parts of the curriculum. These activities help children develop creativity, imagination, physical strength, and social bonding. Beyond that, they learn how to solve problems, make decisions, and think independently. The interactions they have with their peers teach them cooperation, teamwork, and empathy, which are values that stay with them throughout their lives. By the time a child turns 5, something remarkable happens. They become surprisingly capable of managing routines on their own. They follow instructions, wait for their turn, complete their tasks, and handle responsibilities that many children in other parts of the world do not learn until much later. This is one of the reasons why Korean children transition smoothly into formal education when they turn 6. Their early training has already built discipline, communication skills, patience, and social awareness, which makes the next stage of school life much easier. When Korean children enter primary school at the age of 6, they step into a system known as the 6-3-3 model. This means 6 years of primary school, 3 years of middle school, and 3 years of high school. But what many people do not realize is that the success of this education system comes not only from its structure, but from the strong foundation created in the 3 years before formal schooling even begins. Those early years have already shaped a child's attitude toward learning, responsibility, time management, and social behavior. The preschool years are the invisible power that holds the entire system together and enables students to perform so well academically later in life. Parents in Korea also play an active role during these early years. They understand how important the preschool stage is, so they encourage their children with love, discipline, and stability. Many parents focus on spending quality time with their children during these years so that emotional security and confidence grow side by side with learning. Parents and teachers often work together, exchanging regular feedback about a child's progress, strengths, and areas for improvement. This cooperation creates a support system that benefits the child from all sides. Another important aspect of early education in South Korea is cultural respect. From a young age, children are taught to bow respectfully, greet elders politely, show gratitude, and treat their environment with care. These cultural values are blended naturally into classroom routines, giving children a sense of identity, tradition, and belonging. These values become part of the child's personality as they grow older. When Korean children move into primary school, they are not only disciplined learners but respectful individuals with strong social values. What sets Korea apart is not just the academic brilliance of its students but the deep understanding that emotional strength, manners, discipline, and character must be developed first. Education is not treated as a race but as a process of building a complete, well-rounded individual. The focus is on forming a child's inner qualities before pressuring them with tests or textbooks. As a result, when formal academic pressure begins in primary school, children already possess the confidence and mental structure to handle it. Many countries admire Korea's education results. But the true secret lies in the quiet, gentle training that happens between ages 3 and 5. This is the time when seeds of discipline, curiosity, and respect are planted. By the time a Korean child enters school at age 6, those seeds have already begun to grow strong roots. They are ready to learn, ready to adapt, and ready to take on challenges without fear. This early advantage sets the stage for future academic achievements. When you look at successful Korean students, whether in technology, science, arts, or language, you see the reflection of the early training that shaped their attitudes and habits. The strength of Korea's education system is not only the teachers or the structure of the curriculum. It is the philosophy that every child must first be taught how to live, how to behave, how to manage themselves, and how to treat others. These lessons build citizens who respect society, value hard work, and maintain discipline in every aspect of life. The Korean model reminds the world that education is not just about grades. It is about the formation of character, humanity, manners, and a lifelong love for learning. Children who grow up with this foundation step into adulthood with confidence and maturity. They know how to communicate, how to cooperate, how to solve problems, and how to behave respectfully in every situation. This is why the early childhood education of South Korea is admired worldwide. It shows that the real power of an educational system lies not in advanced technology or complicated textbooks but in the simple, consistent training of a child's mind and heart during the earliest years of life. A strong foundation at age 3 leads to strong citizens at age 23. A disciplined start builds disciplined adults. This is the quiet strength of South Korea's early education system, a strength that begins with small steps like cleaning a table, standing in line, sharing a toy, or admitting a mistake. These small steps, taken every day for 3 years, create a generation that is ready to lead, ready to learn, and ready to contribute to society.